All right. I'd like to call to order the Wednesday, January 14th, 2026 meeting of the Tenino Planning Commission. Let the record show that all commissioners are present. Okay, let's take a look at this agenda. There's really not much on here at all, so.
I move to approve the agenda as presented.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, look at the minutes from December.
I do just have one quick amendment to the minutes. Under new business, adding the resignation of Adam as planning commissioner. It's mentioned in the agenda approval, but not mentioned in the new business. Just that he spoke to his resignation to join as he's joining the city council, and then the board, the commission accepted his resignation. So I'll move to approve the minutes as amended.
Okay, all those in favor? Somebody want to second that?
Second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
All right. No public comment. Do you have anything to report?
I just wanted to come today and wish you all a Happy New Year and thank you all for continuing to be on the Planning Commission. I think it's such an important thing for us, and I think you may know that we have two applicants right now that are interested in serving. I was telling Will, I think it's probably the first time that I can remember that we had applicants. We didn't have to go out and basically beg somebody to come and serve. So I'm excited to see that there's some interest out there. We have two, and there was a third person that picked up an application, but we haven't received that back from him. So maybe he changed his mind. But anyway, I just wanted to let you know that I do appreciate what you've done for us. And I know this last year there was a lot with the comp plan update, and it sounds like there may be some continued work to update our codes and stuff around that. But if there's ever anything you have questions about, feel free to contact me. The city is going to be doing a lot of work around our budget. We got a really tight budget in this first quarter. We're really going to have to make some tough decisions. I don't want to go into all the details here, but if you have any questions about that, feel free to give me a ring or text me and let me know, and I'm glad to talk to you about that. And I guess the last thing I would say, if there's anything that the Planning Commission wants to pursue or has thought maybe it would be a good thing for you to consider, please let us know, and if we can do it, we will support you definitely on if you have anything specific that you would like to look into or you think would be good for the city. So anyway, I just wanted to again thank you for your participation for the city.
Thanks,
Very much.
Dave.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice. No public hearing. We have some unfinished business, but SCJ is not here tonight, and so that's been postponed to the next meeting. So all we have to look at are these two applications, and as I understand it, there's a third person that may or may not submit. But they have not done that, so we can move forward with looking at these for now.
Can I
Go
ask? So Pamela's has a date stamp of received for December 16th. Do we know when Mary's came in?
It was before Pamela. I don't know.
I think it was the 5th.
Okay. So they both came in December?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Let's see, it was the 5th. It's hard to deny on the surface that Pamela is pretty involved with
Yeah.
local stuff.
Yeah.
That's how I was kind of feeling too. At the end of the day, I think either of them seem interested enough to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of hoping, I was thinking we should, whoever we don't pick, it'd be nice to encourage them to come to the meetings because
Yeah.
there's so few participants here that could essentially be a non-voting member of the planning commission.
Yeah.
In effect, I mean,
Yeah.
if they really want to do it, there's not really a reason not to come, I think.
Yeah, I would agree.
Um,
Yeah.
Trying to make a comment real quick.
Yeah.
If you would like to, we can invite them to be at the next meeting. If you would like to talk to them, if they're just looking for application, we can make that happen for you. I'm sure we can reach out. And so this is an option for you if you, give them a time on that. That's up to you how you want to handle it.
That's what we've done in the past, is invite them to come to a meeting. I think that's a good way to go.
Yeah.
I will disclose that I have met Pamela before, but I don't know her.
Yeah,
I have not met either of the applicants.
I haven't met either of them, and both of them sound wonderful on
Yeah.
paper, so
Yeah.
it's hard to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we encourage them to come to the next one, and if there's any applications that come in before then, to encourage those individuals to come,
Yeah.
and then we can make that recommendation to the council and they be seated before the March meeting.
I agree.
I agree as well. Yeah.
Let's try and get that scheduled with them.
Great.
And if the new person, if the other guy fills out his same thing.
Perfect.
Well, I guess not too much to talk about. I was gonna put this on the new business, I forgot, but I'm just gonna mention that I've been the planning commission chair for a long time. In the past, we've done sort of a pass the torch to the next senior person, which would be Matthew, if you're interested, or we can vote on it, however you guys wanna do it. We haven't really done that. Or I can keep being the planning commission chair if you don't wanna do it. It doesn't really matter to me. I don't wanna
I
hog
would-
the space.
Yeah. Either way, I would happily be the chair, but I think I've been on it for 3 years now, I think, and you're a great chair, and
Oh, that's nice. Thank you.
so, yeah.
Okay, well, if you feel like you want to
Sure.
do it, then
Here we
don't,
go.
Don't be afraid to
Yeah.
bring it
Yeah.
up.
No, I think you being the chair, as many know, I don't actually live in the city of Tenino, so I feel like it's
Ah,
also kind of strange for
that's
me to be
true.
the chair.
But we don't have that requirement. So.
Correct. But I would make a motion to confirm Will as the chair for the 2026 Planning Commission.
Okay.
Seconded?
All right. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, I'll do it again. You forced me. Okay, well, we did that. That's good.
Perfect.
Does anybody want to discuss anything else? I feel like I don't really have a sense of what we're going to be covering this year. It's nice Dave
Yeah.
mentioned that we are going to have an opportunity probably to pursue some
Yeah.
varied interests now that the comp plan's pretty much done.
Yeah.
So I guess be thinking about that,
Yeah.
what kind of issues we want to tackle.
I do have a question.
Yeah.
So, as a part of my other job, I do a lot of grant research, and I ran across a whole bunch of grants on like transportation projects and like pedestrian safety improvements and things like that. If I run across anything like that, I know that the city doesn't have very much capacity to maintain and monitor grants if they do apply. But if I run across one that seems like possibility, does anybody want me to send it to?
And feel
You?
free to send it to me also.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I guess what I would say, just so you know when you look at these,
Yeah.
we have limited capacity to have matching. A lot of these have the matching.
Yeah, I was
So
looking
we're
at
really
that.
looking at ones that have very minimal or no matching.
Yes.
So just keep that in mind when you see them.
Okay.
With the financial situation, we don't have a lot of capacity to do a
Yeah.
lot of matching.
Like
So-
cash matching.
Yeah. I
But
found
in-kind matching.
In-kind
Yeah.
matching would be okay. We
Yeah.
can do
Yeah.
that, but yeah, cash.
it's not. Yeah, I found one that today. The Department of Transportation has one, and it says that you need a match. But then when you read it, if you count as a rural community, they can fund up to 100% of the project. So I was like, wow. So anyway, it's
Yeah,
good to
we're
know.
good.
Send them to, your.
I can,
I would send it to Jessica and then
and
have
then
her
just
send it
kind
to
of
us.
determine. Okay, cool.
Well, she'll disseminate it because we're not supposed to
Yeah, that's what I was
talk
curious.
as much
Yeah.
as
Okay.
we could.
Thank you. When I run across them, I'm like, ooh, good. And then I don't know what to do.
Close eye on them, but there's so many out there, and
Yeah.
You can miss them easily if you're not really on top of it, so
Yeah.
getting other eyes on things like that is very helpful.
Okay.
Yeah. Even if it's a long shot, seems like
Yeah.
it'd be
I mean,
worth
what
it.
if?
What's
Yeah.
the harm?
I know. I'm shooting for a crosswalk on the east side of town.
Man, as the traffic gets worse, we need that roundabout as well there.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
I mean, as the
Think about
traffic
that
gets worse, I
roundabout
just
every day.
stand there, like, and wait to go over to the grocery store, just standing
Oh.
there.
I know. I know. It would be so nice.
It's just the craziness of being on a highway and getting anything done there is just like very difficult, it seems like.
Yeah.
Everything that you takes.
I've had the experience recently, frequently, of having people pulling out of the Market Fresh parking lot parallel to
Yep.
507 and just sort of like snaking into the intersection
Oh yeah.
while I'm trying to turn left, and
Yeah.
like I've finally got a path, and then here comes this car like beep.
Yep.
you know?
Yep.
I know.
And yeah, I think roundabout would make so much sense there. It's
Yeah.
like wild. It's like the perfect spot for
Yeah.
it.
I
Yeah.
actually think that that's something I'd like to know is how much work has been done on the planning of the roundabout and like what would be the next baby step is if we could do it. Does
We
that
have
make sense?
we have some plans, a downtown plan that has
Yeah.
actually drawings of roundabouts for that intersection and Wickman
Yeah.
by the Napa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's on a shelf
Yeah.
downstairs, but we should pull it up. That would be nice.
One I would also be interested in that same vein of, or that same stream of thought, is the Yelm roundabouts are finally being
Yeah.
RFP'd and built this year. So I'm curious what momentum that will allow, because it is 507
Right.
and
Yes.
those are all state dollars. So it would be interesting to see if as those get built, if we can use
Ah.
that as
Yeah.
lobbying to
Which-
The
continue.
state's totally paying for
you're
Yelms.
fine.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Which intersections in Yelm?
There's 3
Vale.
roundabouts going in.
They got a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vale intersection's one of them because it's a really
Oh,
deadly.
Vale.
Yeah. Yeah, there's the Vale roundabout, there's one at the corner, and then there's one going right at Pierce County, right there by
Yes.
like Eatonville Middle School or whatever middle school that is.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the Vale roundabout?
So-
Probably.
Vale Road and 507 right as you're heading into Yelm from here.
Right by Stewart Meats.
Oh, by Stewart.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I know.
Because it's like a really deadly
Oh,
intersection.
yeah, it's
They-
amazing, because
people
that
get-
hill's there.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think they're doing one there probably because of the
Yeah.
pedestrians or the car safety.
So they did it. That's what we
They
need to
did.
do. They're, whatever process
Whatever
they did.
I think, I understand right, I think the young mayor is actually a lobbyist,
He is.
That's
Yeah.
helpful.
and I think he's been very influential in getting Yomes in.
But his people drive through Tenino and they need safety here as well. My God.
Yeah.
True.
I
Yeah.
mean, do we have people? Do you go? Do we have people for that advocate for Tenino up at the state level?
We have never had a lobbyist, we've done it all on our own,
Yeah,
so.
I
yeah,
get that.
it's something to look at, I mean,
it'd be
that's
interesting.
something that, one of the things I think you could talk about, I mean, that downtown plan is, we've
Yeah.
been sitting on that thing for a long time, and I think it's still
Yeah.
valid.
Yeah.
I think so.
The plan, but,
Yeah.
kind of push it forward and say, hey, we really are interested in seeing what we can do with some of these intersections and crosswalks down there.
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
You're not the only one that's asked for a crosswalk.
Yeah.
Not to be a not to make a
No,
bad
I mean-
pun, but we might want to be a squeaky wheel.
It was roundabouts, it was bump outs downtown, with street trees and
remember
some other
that.
stuff. It was nice.
Yeah, it
Some
would be
kind of
good.
tree thing there would be cool, old coal cart or something
Yeah.
on there.
Yeah, I think that would be worth just kind of seeing if there's anything that needs to be done to the plan, if we need to zhuzh it up or just reapprove it so that it's got life in it, and
Yeah.
then
Mhm.
see just what noise we can make. I don't know. That would be
Yeah.
good.
Well, I think we included a lot of that in the comp plan too.
Yeah.
So then we can leverage it as like, okay, this is in the 2045 plan. Like, here's the things that the council is basically put as their priorities. Here's the things that the
Mhm.
community has voiced their
Yeah.
concerns over.
Yeah. We could maybe work on a one sheet we could send to our.
It would also be something to get into our street plan. I don't think there's a roundabout included in the street plan. And that would kind of give us, I think, a lot of our funding that we get, like for the
Yeah.
paving comes out because we have that in our street plan, so
Right.
it becomes a
That's
a good
priority
point.
for funding, so.
That would be good
Maybe
then.
making
Yeah.
recommendations to the council that we look at that street plan and
Yeah.
include that.
Yeah. That's a good idea. That's what I'd like to do.
Yeah, that'd be a fun thing to work on.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You can tell me to shut up.
No, no.
No.
No, you're,
Yeah.
no, you're singing the song I wanna hear, cause I think that would be so great.
Yeah.
And I think it really kind of, it would serve the people in town, and it would also make it a lot easier for people to come into town
Yeah.
and get out of it. I mean, it's just, it's,
Just keeps getting worse.
Yeah.
and you would increase people you would decrease the number of locals driving, cause I drive to the grocery store,
Yeah.
even though I'm like a sneeze away from it, because walking on 507 makes me nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One in that same, the entire park has no crosswalks to it, which is funny, but
Yeah, and that might be a smaller lift that we could do, is look at those flashing crosswalks and just put in flashing crosswalks for pedestrians, cause
Yeah.
they seem to be pretty effective.
yeah, it would be interesting to see what is in the street plan and
Yeah.
if crosswalks are like called out also,
Yeah,
because I feel like that's probably in the same
yeah.
area of thinking.
And that might be a lower lift than the roundabout, but it would show that,
Progress is made.
yeah,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
cool. Okay,
Yeah.
glad I brought it up, thank you.
Yes.
And I'll send the grants that I find, cause I happen to do that for my other job anyway, so, well,
Cool.
send them along when I
Yeah.
find them.
All right. Any other ideas about things we might want to pursue?
Ooh, this next year?
Yeah.
Mm.
If not, we can talk about it later.
Yeah.
Something I'm really kind of interested in is how we could provide more housing, lower income especially. I mean, we have a new rule, I think, for ADUs. I
Yeah.
think the new state rules, like my lot is huge, and
Yeah.
you can actually, I think, put two on a lot now. But other ideas, I mean, I just see people struggling, we have such an increase in our food bank, that people can afford, and,
Yeah.
Yeah,
when I was on the planning commission, I made a proposal that didn't go over very well with the council, but allowing at least temporarily for, again, this is kind of taken wrong sometimes, I said allow a travel trailer to be on the side or backyard, and at least a temporary, like a 6 months, if I was sick and my family needed to be here to stay with me, right now they can only stay for 14 days. I mean, if somebody's temporary, if any of us had a kid that was in a bad spot,
yeah,
we would want to be able to have them stay. It was available, and it got taken. It was really when the height of the campers on the side of the roads, and I think it got taken as that's what we're going to bring to tonight when we do this. I mean, I think we can have controls that allow, if somebody's got a bunch of junk piled up, we can take action. We have somebody living in a camper down here, right down the road, that it's not legal, in a parking lot basically, that we've had to deal with. But I really think you could put some controls on it that it said somebody's pregnant, they need help from their family, they can stay there for longer than 14 days. That just seems common sense to me personally, but just overall, how can we help people that are in a bad spot or don't have the money to have adequate housing? How can we increase that stock in our city?
yeah.
But that's up to you. You can choose that or not. But this is something that's been on my for a long time.
Yeah.
How do we improve that?
I think that I'd be interested in talking about that too. I'm really happy that the code has changed, so has it changed, or are we working on it? That you can have an ADU and like an attached dwelling and a detached dwelling on your house in a residential zone. That'll help a lot.
Yeah.
But then, like providing incentives to do that, I don't know what type of incentives we could provide to homeowners who would invest in their properties to make it a multi-living situation. But you could look into, because you need the people to want to invest in their own property, right, to spend the money to make that happen. So I'm curious if there are other cities that have successful incentives that we could get inspiration from.
Yeah.
Lacey has been like really at the forefront of it. They had like pre-approved plans
Ooh.
that homeowners could get at a discounted rate from the city, or for free, I think maybe, from the city. and builders that they worked with that they knew could build those plans. That kind of got screwed up a little bit because the state then
Tried to do the same thing.
basically did a similar thing where and it was like a year later, and the state sort of overrode a lot of local municipalities when it came to that.
Yeah.
And so the states is now sort of like the preeminent one. And it's good, I guess, from what I've heard. I'm not like super into it, but from people I know and like homeowners I talk to at work and stuff who have dealt with that stuff, it seems like the state's plan is pretty good, but it's for Lacey it was kind of like annoying because they had this whole thing that they had worked out individually, and then the state kind of like did their own thing. But
Oh, interesting.
but yeah, I think that's kind of the thing, is just having like a clear set of plans, or like a clear idea of what the limits are
Yeah.
for homeowners. So.
Yeah. And also letting the homeowners know that it's changed.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think the education portion is
Yeah.
probably gonna be the hardest.
Yeah.
And then it's also gonna be a balance of people are going to be upset that their neighbors are building a second house in their backyard, but it's also like that is state law. It's now has to be allowed, so
Yeah.
it's balancing.
Something I thought about around this is how could the city partner with like Habitat for Humanity or some nonprofit that does, is interested in providing affordable housing, that
Mhm.
people choose to work with them and make whatever kind of agreement that would, I think what's hard for people is just upfront cost of building these things.
Yeah.
But, for our people that are, especially older people that are living on minimal, that they could have an ADU on it and maybe get a little bit of revenue from that, and it provides the housing. To me, it seems like a win-win for our community to help
Yeah.
people stay in their homes and provide some housing for people that really, really need it.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of Homes First?
Yeah,
Up in
that's
Olympia.
another, yeah.
They do ADUs for senior housing, affordable
Yeah.
housing in Olympia and Lacey. I know that they do that already.
I mean, that seems like a perfect, typically seniors are not gonna be troublemakers, like, I think some people think,
I think usually they own the primary residence as well and
Yeah.
rent them all out, but
Yeah.
that's kind of like their model, I think. But
Mhm.
Something that I've been experiencing a lot at work is conversions to adult family homes. And is that something that's been happening here? Does anyone know? Or
I don't
I'm not aware
know.
of any adult family homes there, but sometimes I know they're doing it and they don't really report it sometimes.
well, there's really not like a way to do it. Like for the assessor, we don't change anything for it. We'll make a note and be like, for records, if it ever does become something that changes the value significantly. But most of the time, what they're doing is like taking a living room and converting the space into 2 extra bedrooms, and then making everything ADA accessible. And usually there's sort of 2 different groups of people who tend to do it, at least small sample size, my experience, whatever, but there's conglomerates that do this across an area with many homes that are sort of managed by people who live in the homes. And then there are individual families who will live in the home and then have like several adults staying with them as well. Usually it's like elderly people or people with illness, like long-term illness. And it's something we talked about a lot at work, because it's like they're filling this void of, retirement homes are very expensive, and that whole process can be really daunting, and it's kind of like an intermediate and then lower income threshold for being able to get in than like a private senior living situation. And there are tons of them in Lacey, like so many. And it's like a huge thing, and seeing them more and more and more. And it's kind of addressing the housing thing, especially for senior citizens, because it's like, affordable, and they get good care a lot of times. I mean, the other thing is like, it's kind of a weird gray area with regulation. I don't know a lot about the rules as far as like what oversight is like, but I know it can be like a lifeline for a group of people. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder how our code even would deal with something like that.
Yeah. Well, and I think at the same time, it would also be interesting to kind of assess on like a larger, broader scale of like building more economic vitality in Tenino
Yeah.
and what that might look like in a community that wants to remain a bedroom community but needs the economic revenue to sustain itself.
Yeah.
I think that might be an interesting conversation to have.
Yeah.
Because the businesses that we have are great, but I think there's opportunities for a little bit more growth that is manageable.
Mm-hmm. With that, I'm curious about an update on the ag park and what's
Yeah.
happening
Yeah.
and what the next steps are.
Yeah.
Because I think the last I heard was the Colvin was working on
The meat
USDA
processing.
meat process pit, which is great.
Yeah.
But I'm just curious about how that's progressing.
Yeah.
That's going to be a new building, right?
I
Yeah,
think so.
Yeah.
Back
second
end of
building.
the building.
Have they broke ground, or is it just?
I don't know.
I don't think so. I think they were waiting for the code changes that we were making
Oh,
okay.
to the overlay and all that
Gotcha,
good stuff.
gotcha.
That was gonna kind of allow that to happen.
That makes sense.
I don't think this city hasn't received an application for any from the Colvins or anybody interested in this one.
thinking about it. I was gonna give you an update.
Yeah. Okay.
Forgot to talk about it. So we have heard from them. They've
Oh.
given us kind of a very generic site plan a little bit, and we are planning on having a pre-submission type meeting with
Oh.
kind of Oliver. We should invite you too, just to, so basically it's just bringing their idea to us and trying to kind of, before they submit the final plans, weed out any issues that anybody has. That should be happening real soon, like in a couple weeks. We're trying to just get everybody's schedules and get everybody coordinated. So that should be, I think it's going to be moving forward fairly quickly. And it's a significant investment in this community. It's
Yeah.
like in the millions of dollars they're investing, the Colvins are. So their plan, last I heard, was to lease the whole Lot 5, which is that whole back piece of property.
Yeah.
At one time, we were going to divide it, and they were just going to take part of it, but then now they want to, so I don't know what that means, but it's something we'll have to talk about. So it's
Yeah.
going to be happening, I think, I would expect this year, something getting started on that, and I'm guessing it's going to take a while to, get built and all that kind of stuff, but yeah, it's a big one for us.
That's
Pretty
exciting.
exciting.
I mean,
Yeah.
jobs too, I mean, it's,
Oh, yeah.
they're gonna hire a few people, so I'll keep
It's a
you,
big step towards supporting the local agricultural
Yeah.
community.
right?
Mhm.
I mean,
Which
that's
is the
been on
mission.
everybody's radar from the federal government on down to, our local, so it's a big thing for our community.
Mhm.
That's awesome. Thank you for the update.
Yeah.
I was curious, so that's good.
Yeah.
I think the other thing about economic vitality that I've heard talked about is a hotel in town.
Yeah.
So that also, I don't know what our rules are for Airbnbs and things like that, but when it comes to like people being able to stay overnight, heads in beds, I mean, we want a hotel or something that they can stay in, but we would want to look at the broader incentives of being able to have people spend the night.
Yeah.
Whenever I have Fiesta over, they have to stay 20 minutes away.
Yeah. Yeah. My parents used to stay in Tomo.
Mhm.
Thurston Chamber does pay, and I mentioned that, and we have, according to Olympia and Beyond, we used to be up to date with, anyway, they do studies, they can tell by people's cell phone.
Oh,
where
yeah.
they're coming from and how many people.
Yeah.
They say that horse ranch out there is the biggest draw for our communities.
Yes,
And we could support a small hotel here, they say.
we
And
could.
the issue, they say the people that are actually participating in the event out there usually stay in trailers at the site,
Yeah.
but all their families that want to come and see them, they come here for the event and then they go out to surrounding communities.
Yeah.
So that, I talked to somebody after the meeting and just, how do you approach somebody about doing some kind of small boutique type
Yes.
hotel that,
I mean, shouldn't that study about the equestrian ranch drawing in those people, shouldn't that be what the incentive to build the hotel? I mean, if it shows that it could be viable and there,
Yeah.
and so how do you make somebody build a hotel?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do it.
I mean, if you can do a published thing that demonstrates that it would make money, you could just publicly release that. And that would be a good first step.
Land in our city to build, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
kind of like the fire department searching for land for 3 years to try to find, 3 acres to build a place in.
Yeah.
Where it may have to be right outside the city, maybe, I don't know, but, or have I don't know, but
Yeah.
I think that would be probably one of the more difficult things to find a place where they can actually have enough space to build one parking and all that kind of stuff. But Airbnbs are an interest to me also. I think we need to kind of regulate how many, I mean, I think we would start small and get something like that, and,
Mhm.
again, people that had space and could do that kind of thing, it could be a little bit extra income.
Yeah, I think
The
that's
Yeah.
fear for a lot of people is there's gonna be all these companies coming in and buying up places to make into Airbnb, so.
yeah. I think that's gonna have to be tied with the ADU discussion,
Yeah.
because people will make ADUs and then you can't really control how they.
Yeah, I
manage
think
it.
I think if housing is the big concern and like the perceived benefit of adopting like a pro ADU stance, it should be incentivized, or we should do something to make sure that it's focused on long-term rentals instead of
Yeah.
Airbnb. I think Airbnb is important. I think like especially there's such a dearth of it here, like
Yeah.
but I think housing should take priority. I think there's like an obvious gap and need for that,
Mhm.
and ADUs are a really good, awesome way to get long-term housing. But I think people can make more money doing Airbnb if they're willing to change sheets and clean up
Mhm.
after people and stuff. And even if you have a management company, I think the bottom line tends to be bigger for that. But I don't know anything about the hotel business. I feel like it's kind of like pretty foreign to me personally, but
Yeah.
I've stayed in hotels and Airbnbs and stuff, but that's about the level of my experience.
I think we do have some like kind of archaic regulations about bed and breakfast, not air bed and breakfast. And I think there's something in there that says like there needs to be a caretaker on site, like basically someone living there
Yeah.
also as a stipulation of being able to, do it officially, that kind of thing.
Yeah. It'd be an interesting conversation to have, all encompassing.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Also, I think maybe the person EDC might know about boutique hotels or just hotel industry in general, or they might know somebody. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's the person I was
assume.
thinking of.
Them or the chamber.
That or the chamber. Yeah, I don't know. Because even if you can put the bug in one person's ear,
Yeah.
who knows?
I know a lot of I think I brought this up this last time this came up, but went to Roslyn. I'm a huge fan of the show Northern Exposure, and went to Roslyn, and they have it's called the Spruce Moose. It's like a small building in the middle of their little downtown area, and the bottom floor is like a small cafe, and then there's 4 rooms upstairs, but I don't know if it's dual listed, but we rented or got them through Airbnb, but it looks and feels like a hotel. It's basically a hotel, but the individual rooms were up on
Yeah.
Airbnb.
Interesting.
And it was super cute and fun and
Yeah.
pretty affordable,
Yeah.
so.
There's also Fort Worden State Park has that community vitality area, and they manage the rentals of the historic buildings, and then they have the small business development side of it, and then the classes and stuff.
Is
That would be.
in Port Townsend?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that place is so cool.
It is very cool.
I think it would also be in that conversation of looking at what our parking requirements are.
Yeah.
I'm a big supporter of having parking spaces personally, because I like to have a spot to park my car. But I think for downtown, if we look at using the community parking spaces as an option, then maybe if in redevelopment we don't require as many parking spots for new development that might also spur some conversation,
Mm-hmm.
like as you move further down the road.
Mm-hmm. You could require a parking study done when they propose development, and if there's X number of spaces within X distance, they can reduce the amount of parking spaces.
That'd be interesting.
That's an option.
Yeah.
Cool. I would love to have a hotel in town. That'd be very cool too.
Yeah, the last couple times my mom has come to visit, she stayed at Lady of the Lake.
I love Lady of the Lake. I would stay there too.
It's cute and it's nice, and they have like some pretty cool little rooms, but
Mm-hmm.
it's like 15 minutes away, you know?
Yeah.
It's not
Mhm.
like life and death, but it's still a drag, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. Well, and even with the park, like the park is so close that like I feel like that is a big enough draw for someone to stay in town rather than stay in Grand Mound, where it's like, oh, the park
Yes.
is walkable and it's within walking distance, and
Yes.
so
Yeah.
And we have a lot of great, really have, quite, for a small city, we have some nice amenities, the
Yeah.
trail and the additional land we purchased up there soon. We'll
Yeah.
have some trails and,
yeah.
Yeah.
during the summer, the pool.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
fishing
Yeah.
up
We
at
have some things
McIntosh.
that, people want to stay there that they can do if we.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think my inspiration is I grew up in Southern Oregon, and Jacksonville, Oregon is very small and super cute, and people go to stay there because of the Brit Music Festival, and
Oh yeah.
it's yeah.
That area is so
Oh
awesome.
my god, I know.
Yeah.
It's nice.
So that's
It's nice. We could put an amphitheater in town. No, I'm just kidding. I'm dreaming big.
Put it over in the park.
Yeah, that'll be so fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I think in the whole scheme of it, I think conversations with the EDC
Yeah.
about marketing, because if you have
Mhm.
certain things, then you can grow.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think it still happens, but the like music in the park,
Yeah.
like that is a big thing for such a small area, but there's
Mhm.
nowhere for those people to stay, so then it's hard to get
Yeah.
people to come.
What is the name of the group that the EDC started for the
Steady.
Study?
Yeah.
Who's on Study? Do you go to Study? Okay.
Yeah.
Just making. I'm just
Yeah.
curious. That would be a good place to start
Yeah. They meet
asking about things like this.
they meet the second Friday?
Do you want to go to study?
I could go to Study.
And you could
Second what?
see our liaison.
Is it second or third? Hold on. It's on Friday.
It's Friday?
8 o'clock in the morning, I'm like,
Oh.
Yeah.
Friday, I don't remember.
Yeah, it's the third Friday of every month.
At 8 a.m.?
Yeah, and it rotates between the
Okay.
county.
I mean, you go, but I can go. It's up to you guys.
Oh,
You don't have to attend every one, I may not go, don't go every
Yeah.
meeting. So if you can make it one day, make it, just be.
Yeah.
Third Friday.
Yeah, this month's is next, or is on Friday, and it's at the Egg Park.
Yeah, in their offices. Okay. Third Friday, 8 a.m. Study.
I didn't hear you talk about it, but one thing we, I know Troy is really, would like to do this in our park where we have those camping areas in the old park.
Mm-hmm.
He would really like to have some kind of small thing down there where we had 3 or 4 spots down there that people could camp in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's just been a funding thing, so again, it's
Yeah.
like a lot of things that we look at that we can't find the funding, we need to find the funding to be able to do it, but
Yeah.
I think that would be a good little place to have something down there.
what does he see as being desirable down there, like
Yeah.
hookups for RVs or something like that, or?
Well, I think he was thinking about having some kind of little structure that's just like a, not even a tiny house, but,
Yeah.
some small.
It's like a little cabin or a
Um,
yurt or something?
things, but,
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's, at Miller, Slovenia, there's an organization that does like glamping,
Yeah.
but I think that's a concessionaire. So you could just do an
We talked to
RFI
him
for a
one time.
concessions contract.
We talked to them one time when they first started,
Yeah,
they were interested in doing something like that down here, but for some reason
never happened.
I didn't know if they were still doing it even.
I think they left Miller, Sylvania
Did they
like
stop?
last year, or the year
Wow.
before or something.
Never even did it. Oh well.
There's a lot of things, I mean,
Yeah.
it's just a matter of getting it at the front of the people that need to get to it and
Yeah.
kind of making some decisions on what we want to
Yeah.
What do you think's gonna be most likely to be, us to be able to do something, you know?
Yeah. I think for economic development, it'd be interesting to do like a prioritization matrix so that you can more easily make decisions. Like, is this gonna be,
Yeah.
is this gonna provide economic vitality? Will it bring the city money? Is it gonna bring people in? How will it bring people in? And just kind of like find a way to rank things in importance, because then it helps you make decisions on what's worth doing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Does that make sense?
That makes total sense.
A vitality matrix.
Yeah, look at me. Big words.
I know,
It's
I
late
like
at night.
that.
I don't know. Well, like, I don't know. Like in school, you have your grading rubric. You can use something to kind of
Yeah.
vet your idea
Yeah.
to make sure that it's gonna be worth your time, especially since you have low staff time, that you would want to vet it to make sure it makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah.
Yeah, well, and I think that would also help in the concept of the egg park and
Yeah.
partnerships with the EDC.
Yeah. Because it's easy to want to say yes because it's exciting.
Yeah.
And the question is it sustainable?
Yeah.
Is it going to make money in the long run?
Yeah.
Is it going to provide benefit to the community, right? You can kind of ask yourself questions and then rank it.
Yeah. Amazing.
Good approach. Good.
Just keep thinking about the hotel thing, like how many, because it's like such a.
It's the plague that has haunted this town for years.
Really?
It's such a
Yeah.
bottleneck. Because like,
Yeah, we've been talking about it forever.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Oregon Trail Days used to be, like, it's still very big, but used to be bigger, and Adam Craig
Yeah.
used to play every single summer and would sell out the
Yeah.
whole park, and
Yeah.
yeah.
It was the Wino and Tenino before
Yeah.
that.
Ah,
That's what it used to
Yeah.
be called.
that's
Yeah.
awesome.
But
I like that name.
you had nowhere to go.
Yeah. And the
Mm.
Seattle to Portland bicycle ride,
Yeah.
STP.
Mm,
They
yes.
used to stop here
Oh yeah.
back in the day, but now they go all the way to Centralia because
Yep.
I was just
I feel like
talking to
we
somebody.
did not capture that properly. Well, we don't
Yeah.
have a hotel or anything. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know.
They would want to though. I just talked to somebody who does that, and they're like, getting to Centralia is horrible because I wish I could just stop a little bit earlier. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and they used to do, like, cookies and drinks and all that in the park, and
Fun.
yeah.
I wonder if there's like a hotel conference or something that we could.
There is. The
Bug.
person I talked to, they said it's in Arizona and it costs like $3,000.
Oh.
Okay,
Oh,
never mind.
funny.
I meant like a
As
local
the
or
chair
state
of the
license.
planning commission,
We'll go back. Can we go back to the vote, please?
I feel
They know that they do small projects sometimes and they're
Mhm.
very flexible about what
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
she didn't give me a lot of details on it. So I was like, how do you even start with like
Yeah.
Yeah.
even a small chain hotel or something?
McMinimans does it too, but I don't know if we'd want that.
Let them open the.
if they could,
We'll sell the old firehouse to them.
Yeah, there you
Yes.
go.
Yeah.
that's not bad.
No.
That's a great idea.
We do have to figure out something to do with that.
Yeah.
Are we going to get that back, or
I don't know what's gonna happen when they move to I think it's gonna be a couple years still, so, I mean, I think when we sold it to them, we had the first right to buy it back if they
okay,
put it up for sale.
for the same price that we sold it for?
Yeah,
That's all right.
it
was like $1.
About using that for some type of community center, or there's been lots
Yeah.
of things that have been
Yeah.
thrown out to use that building for, but,
Maybe that would be a McMiniman. I don't know. It's kind of a not really
Sure.
historical property exactly, but
We could sell it to them as historic.
yeah.
It's haunted.
Yeah.
Tell them there used to be horses in there.
Yeah.
There you go.
could ride the pole down to the bar or
Yeah.
something like yes.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll have to keep thinking about it. It'll
Yeah.
happen one day.
just need one enterprising, good-spirited, enthusiastic entrepreneur
Yeah.
Yes. With capital.
with deep pockets.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, we'll go find one of those.
Yeah.
And I think it is going to happen. We've created a really great place to live. It's got a lot of positives. I mean,
Yeah.
just a matter of
Yeah.
time.
It might be worth talking to the Tenino Ranch because they are doing they do regular events
Yeah.
and they have
They
rented
wanted
out.
to build a hotel in front of their place, but there was a reason why they couldn't do pocket gophers, I think, or.
Oh.
Yeah. One, I think are they in the city limits or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They're in
Yeah.
there, but they're in the habitat zone. for
Yeah.
the Gophers.
I made a proposal one time that we have one of those front lots at the ag park, do a small hotel there just because it's so close to the
Yeah.
bush facility and we
Oh,
draw a lot
yeah.
of people in to use the restaurant there. So
Yeah, it'd be interesting to do it as mixed use, and then, I know this is a hated concept, but then potentially, if it's mixed use, look at the concept of allowing a height variation, so you can have a storefront.
business in the
And-
front top.
yeah.
Well, if it's out there, you know,
Yeah, you know?
Yeah.
then they're just gonna have good views, I guess.
Yeah,
I mean, hotel bar,
Yeah.
or hotel restaurant, or
yeah,
hotel cafe
Tournaments.
sounds nice.
yeah.
It does
What
sound
about that
nice.
little, was that Dr. Barnett's house, that blue house that's on?
There's some
the-
issues goers over there too.
Oh,
Which
really?
blue house?
On,
Places that the,
like across from the entrance to Mima Acres, kinda?
Oh,
There's that
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
ranchy.
Is that the really big, beautiful old one?
No.
No.
No, it's
never mind.
right, it's
Nah,
like kinda tucked.
So it's
Oh,
like
that one. Okay.
1940s
Oh.
or
Yeah.
50s.
I always-
looked at that property and they found one gopher,
Oh.
so they're gonna have to go through a huge
The whole
process
thing.
to be able to use the property.
Oh, interesting.
It would be a good spot, I think.
Yeah. The really interesting castle house over there would be a good
Oh,
hotel.
yeah.
That's for sale right now.
It is.
I'll say it was worth more than $1 million a few years ago. Now they're selling it for like 700,000.
I went on the tour of that
It's
house.
like 700,000 now.
That too.
The one with the giant turret.
The one on the turret. Yeah,
I
I
forgot.
went on the tour. It's
There's like a basketball court in there.
And a
Oh my gosh.
pool and.
there's like
yeah.
22 rooms. Yeah,
that
and
right?
the main entrance has a wet bar. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Maybe make a minimum on that one.
That one would totally be
pretty
a great
weird.
thing to
Yeah.
events. It has an indoor pool.
Yeah.
It was interesting to do. Yeah, it is. It's really cool. But that would make a great hotel.
It's true. 22 rooms? How many
I
bedrooms?
know, like 6 bedrooms
6.
Yeah.
and 6 bathrooms.
Yeah, they're like, it would make a great wedding venue. I'm like, that's interesting, but okay.
I like it.
Pictures of
What's
them
the
at
top
Redfin
one?
listing
What's
were
the
like
turret
very-
part?
It's beautiful.
Is it all
Not the
open
best.
in the
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's all.
dingy
It's like
looking.
stairwell goes in the middle and it's all open and it has that echo effect, so it feels like you're in a church.
Hmm,
It's kind of cool. It's easy to get lost in that house.
Really?
interesting.
Yeah, but that's a really cool one.
Interesting. Yes.
I think we missed our chance, but in our office we called it the Guitar House, but it was the De Beers
Oh, yeah.
heiress who
By Macintosh.
Macintosh Ridge. It's-
Oh,
This house is just
beautiful.
insane, like very, very.
A guy who was in the Karate Kid owns that place, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I heard. The original.
Nice.
Not number 2 or 3.
Yeah. It has the long pool with glass walls, and then
Oh, I've
you can
seen
press
that.
a button, and the glass walls open like wings.
No kidding.
Very
And
cool.
it's all up on top of Macintosh Ridge with everything cleared below
Mhm.
it.
That's beautiful.
Has its own power generator, like geothermal. Yep. Yeah,
That's
pretty sweet.
cool.
It's a little too far out of town for a hotel, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like having one on the strip here in town would be really
That would be
cool.
nice.
It would be
Yeah.
very nice to have like one of these buildings turn into a little something.
Yeah.
Because then it would be walkable. And our downtown is incredibly cute.
yeah, and like having a place to crash after going out to a bar or going to the, any kind of event that's in town or whatever. It's a lot better than driving 20 minutes
Yeah.
at least.
Yep.
I always liked those the apartments where the physical therapist used to be down there, that L-shaped
yeah.
one. I thought if you did a symmetrical L shape on the other side and made it a U, where that vacant lot is, where they tore down that old house, then that would be a nice hotel.
Yeah.
I think, like for our town, just like a nice U shape facing Sussex.
Oh yeah. So many ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just gotta pitch it.
I'm gonna take off.
All right.
Okay.
It's a great conversation, though.
Sure.
Okay.
Well,
Just allow us to sit down and brainstorm and be able to just not have a specific agenda to.
it is nice.
Mhm.
Thank you all.
Yeah, thanks for
Thank
coming.
you.
in.
Good night.
Thanks for coming.
All right, well, you guys want to be done?
I think so.
Sure.
Okay, meeting adjourned.